I get hired by them. They bring me in. I have a tryout. They call it a dark match at one of their TV tapings. Before I leave town, they hire me. I get home. They tell me. I said, well, asked them about the match that I did dark. They said, no, that's not going to air on TV. We're going to get you some creative. We'll come up with a new name and all that stuff. Great. I get home that Saturday night. Like, I'm on TV as Terrorizing, and I'm like, holy this is how bad business was at the time. I called the office up the next day, and I was like, hey, I wasn't supposed to be on TV, and they, I'm going to get repackaged, and what happened? And they were like, don't worry about it. Nobody watches those shows anyways, which I was like, well, that's comforting. At least like no one cares, so don't worry about it. So then they gave me a new gimmick. They liked my real last name, Levesque, right? They were all down south. They thought that name sounded incredibly unique. So they wanted to make me a French aristocrat. Like they were like, your name's going to be John Paul Levesque, you're French. And I was like, I got to, as actually Ric Flair tells me this, right? At the time, he was booking. And I said, and Mr. Flair, I said, I don't want to be difficult on this, but I said, I don't speak French or anything like that. So me being French is kind of an odd thing for me. And he was like, you don't speak French? I said, no, it's just my last name. And he was like, all right, well, it doesn't matter. Go in the other room and cut promos on this kid, Alex Wright, and do it with a French accent. And I was like, holy shit. So I went in the other room, did like the worst Inspector Clouseau accent of all time, came out, and I said, so what is the character? Like what? And he was like, that's for you to figure out. Go get yourself some gear and look like a French guy. See you next week.